Alright, I'm just gonna jump straight into this video because I feel like it's gonna take forever to get this thing done. But today, I'm gonna be discussing about an Easter egg on Paracel Storm and how I think every single stuff that all the YouTubers were able to found was related all together at the same time. And I know it sounds crazy, so please watch this video all the way through if you have any interest in Paracel Storm Easter Egg, because I'm not trying to fake you guys like, oh lol, there's a shark right next to the E flag and just go check it out and wait for 24 hours and it should be there. No, I'm not gonna say shit like that. I'm trying to inform you guys, and by the way, all my informations are based on facts, not my opinions. So if you actually want to check it out in the map, you can actually go to the location that I'm about to tell you and you can actually see by yourself. So I didn't even realize that there was an Easter egg until 2 days ago on February 17th. On the Battlefield Easter egg forum, the DICE developer actually replied to the comment on the Paracel Storm saying it's a bullshit. And for those of you guys who have never heard about a Paracel Storm Easter egg before, actually a lot of you guys should have heard about it already because it was a really huge Easter egg and there were lots of Easter egg hunts out there long time ago, but unfortunately no one was able to find it because I don't know, it was really hard to find and it kind of started dying out. And all the Easter hunt servers started dying out day by day, and all the people just stopped trying to find an Easter egg in Paracel Storm because they tried everything they could and they were not able to find it. But February 17th, the DICE developer named jjju or jjju or whatever it's called, he actually replied to one of the Paracel Storm comment saying that it's a bullshit. And basically what the guy was talking about, not the developer, what the topic he actually replied to. So a guy was pretty much talking about how to actually trigger an Easter egg on Paracel Storm, and he actually verified that there is a fake. So I think that is why he first commented that it's a bullshit, and a lot of people started freaking out because OMG, there's a developer in the Easter egg forum trying to hint us. So people started, contacting him, people trying to, reply to him and stuff. And one last comment he replied is, yes, there is an Easter egg, they are unfound in the Paracel Storm. And actually, he did not specify that there is an Easter egg on the Paracel Storm, but the reason why I think there is an Easter egg on the Paracel Storm is because the first reply he did was about a Paracel Storm, and the next reply he did that there are an Easter egg on Battlefield 4. Yes, he did not specify which map it was, but if you actually think about it, there are an Easter eggs. If you guys know a little bit about grammar, is a singular and are is a plural, so which means that there are multiple Easter eggs that seems to be unfound on each map. I personally do not know if there's an Easter egg on every single map, but nonetheless, I think Paracel Storm is one of the maps that DICE developers were talking about. And now you guys are gonna ask me, well, I tried my best to find any Easter eggs in Paracel Storm when the game launched, but how do I actually find it? And is there any clues for that? And definitely. And like I said, I've been looking for an Easter egg since the Jack Frax made a video about it, and I've been looking in the Easter egg hunting server for a long time, and actually I found some of the strong clues about it. And first time I had no idea what these clues meant, but going into further and further into the Easter egg forum and trying to organize what these Easter egg meant, I was able to find some of the clues out, at least one of the common things that I was able to find on every single Easter egg on Paracel Storm. So let's first start out from one of the most obvious proofs, which is the tower on top of the A flag. And if you actually go on top of it, there's an arrow pointing to the north and there's a number saying 1015, and right next to it, it says Rawr, which means if you actually watch the Battlefield Friends video, there's actually a dinosaur right at the very end of the video saying Rawr, and I'm pretty sure that's what it meant to be in there. And if you actually look closer to the arrow, it says it is actually facing north, and that first got me on thinking, wait, why north? And if you actually look to the north, there's a bunch of islands out there that you can go and explore. Of course, you cannot ride any bikes, you cannot ride any jet skis or any boats or something. You need a jet or you need any transport helicopters to explore the north side of the island. And first that got me thinking, north side. And then the next thing I was able to find was about a jet. If you actually ride a jet on the Paracel Storm, you can go up to 3,000 to 4,000 meters to the north. And if you're not surprised enough, in a normal map, you can only go up to 1,000 meters or less. And I think the DICE meant something about that, especially if you can go up to about 3 or 4 times further than the standard map boundaries. I think that was intentional by the developers of the DICE, or at least that's what I think. And like I said, if you actually go to the north, there are a bunch of islands out there that you can explore and stuff. So that got me on thinking, north, that sounds weird. And then let's move on to one of the strange proofs that I was able to find, which is about jet skis. And if you actually stayed up to date with the Easter egg form, there was a hidden jet ski right next to a Chinese spawn, and it is actually parked out there, and no, you cannot ride it, unfortunately, and it is also out of bounds. So unless you're using any transport helicopters or attack helicopters or any jets, you're not gonna able to find any jet skis out of boundaries, because you're not gonna able to go that far and get to use that thing. And I know some people are saying that this is a glitch, but in my opinion, I don't think that's a glitch. Because, okay, so these two jet skis were there since the beginning of the launch. And I actually bought the game in the beginning of the launch. And I actually played the Paracel Storm, and that's when I noticed the two hidden jet skis right near this Chinese spawn point. So that also got me thinking, why the hell the developers decided to put two jet skis out of boundaries? And can you feel anything special about this jet skis? So that was one of the strong proofs that I was able to find. And guess what, guys? These two jet skis were all facing the north. There are 360 degrees that all the jet skis can face. And why is it all facing the north out of 360 degrees? That one north side, I think, really means something. And that also got me thinking, there's definitely something in the north side of Paracel Storm. Okay, and then the next proof that I was able to find, I personally do not know if this is related to Paracel Storm, but if you actually get inside the A tower that I was talking about in the first place, and if you actually look at one of the papers, and sorry for Xbox 360 and PS3 players, you're not gonna able to see those documents, because unless your settings are at ultra settings, which is pretty much impossible for PS3 and Xbox because the texture is really low, you can actually see some of the documents. And I found a QR code in the document, and I first started freaking out, because why the hell there is a QR code inside a document? And as you guys can see at the top, there's a title saying ALL or AVHIS. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I tried my best and I searched it on Google, but I was not able to find anything. And right now you guys are seeing the Photoshop version of this document. I tried my best, sorry. This was the highest quality that I was able to find, and I tried to sharpen up some of the documents so I can see clearly, but unfortunately I was not able to see the full quality of this document. And since the quality was so low, I was not able to scan the QR code because of the low quality. So here's what I want you guys to do. If you're watching this video about 1080p right now, well, this is gonna be at 1080p. So pretty much, if you can play Battlefield more than 1080p or maybe 4K, please set all the settings to ultra and just go to this location and try to look for this document. Because if you have a higher quality monitor such as a 4K, you can actually look at this document a lot more clearly than 1080p. So just if you can play Battlefield up to 4K, and it doesn't matter if your graphics card is made out of marshmallows and potatoes, you just have to set the settings to ultra. As long as you can get up 1 frames per second or higher, it is all good to go. So just take one screenshot and just send it to me via email or something, so I can try to scan the QR code and start trying to figure the code out. And also another note that I was able to find was a strange number right at the bottom of the document. If you actually try to look at it clearly, it's saying that 600 equals and K something or blah blah blah. And like I said, I was not able to look through the entire document because of its low quality. So that kind of got me thinking, is there any relation between the 1015 and this 600 equals something? I don't know. Unless I get a higher texture version of this document, sorry, it is not going to be able to scan the QR code and try to get this thing figured out. And then the last proof that I was able to find was regarding the Battlefield 4 friends. And I know if you are in Easter egg gigs on Battlefield 4, you probably watched this video already, especially if you watched the Jack Frags video. He actually showed about a dinosaur Easter egg. And so I was reviewing some of the YouTube videos from the Battlefield friends, and one thing I noticed was if you actually look closer to the direction where it's facing when the dinosaur was coming, it was facing the north. And if you guys cannot trust me, this is a location that the animators decided to draw. And if you guys don't know, the Battlefield friends and DICE developers actually cooperate with each other, so they actually know each other. And I don't know, it was actually facing north, and that also got me thinking, why the hell is every single thing that I was able to find was facing the north side? So in conclusion, out of all the Easter eggs in Paracel Storm that we found so far, whether it's by Jack Frags or anyone else from YouTube, everything was all connected together. North. I don't know. Why is it north? I actually do not know. I tried to find anything on the small or big island to the north, but unfortunately I was not able to find it because there are multiple islands that you need to look through, and there's just so many stuff that you need to actually look at it carefully, and just I did not have a time for that. Now, to make this Easter egg possible and to show developers that we, the community as a whole, are smarter than them, I really need you guys' help. First, I want you guys to do is to share this video. Whether it's your friend, Facebook, Twitter, or some porn site that I don't even know, just share it somewhere so someone can watch it and look for it. And also, the first thing I noticed while looking for all these proofs was about the north side. And while looking at the north, why don't I try to connect the dots, especially jet skis, if possible. Try to connect all the facings together in the same time. Maybe there's an intersection between them. I personally do not know, and I do not even know if this is possible because since all the jet skis and every single stuff are out of bounds, I don't even think you can find the correct facings and try to find the intersection points while using a Photoshop or Windows Paint or something like that. So that was a reason why I was not able to do it. And also, like I said, if you are watching this video above 1080p, or if you can play Battlefield for above 1080p, go to the document location and set graphics to ultra. And like I said, if your GPU is made out of potatoes or marshmallows, it doesn't matter. Just take a screenshot and just send it to me so I can look at a QR code and all the documents, and I can try to figure stuff out. So that's what I was able to find so far. So if you guys have any questions or if you guys found any clues, just comment down below so the Battlefield 4 community as a whole can find this Easter egg and actually know how to trigger it as soon as possible. And I think it's gonna be pretty cool if you actually try to figure this thing out. And by the way, I cannot guarantee that this is a Megalodon Easter egg or a dinosaur Easter egg. Maybe it cannot be the both of them, but I don't know. So we're gonna have to see whenever we try to figure this Easter egg out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.